Pre-instructional assessment data. In this presentation, we will discuss pre-assessments and their importance, along with in-depth discussion of specific kinds of pre-assessment. We will learn about accommodations for ELL students and their significance. This presentation will also provide details on what teachers do with the interpreted assessment data. A pre-assessment can come in many different forms and be used for many different purposes. It is much more than just a test prior to a unit. Listed above are several definitions of what a pre-assessment is in the classroom. When creating a pre-assessment, the teacher has several things to consider. The PLC decides on the prerequisite student learning outcomes and the requisite learning outcomes. What do we want students to know at the end of the unit? Then it needs to be determined what method of assessment will be most effective. There are many to choose from. Some examples of pre-assessments that teachers can use in the classroom include KWL charts, FIST to 5, turn and talk, graffiti walls, entrance or exit tickets, student interviews, and a beginning of the year screening. We will take a closer look at just 3 of these pre-assessments. FIST to 5 is a quick assessment. It allows the teacher to receive feedback from every student. It is simple, safe, and silent. Each finger has a different meaning to illustrate the student's level of understanding on the given topic of question. The teacher can glance around the room and assess students based on how many fingers they are holding up.
FIST to 5, a fast and easy way to assess each student's level of comprehension. Teachers display these colorful, easy-to-follow magnets on the board, begin the lesson, and call out, FIST to 5, whenever they want to check for understanding. The students raise their hands, using their fingers to indicate whether they get it or need some help. 5 fingers mean the student understands completely. 4 fingers mean the student mostly understands. 3 means the student understands pretty well. 2 fingers mean the student needs more practice and examples. 1 finger means the student needs help. And a fist means the student doesn't understand at all. Teachers can instantly assess the student's level of comprehension, or pairing a student who understands the concept with another who needs some help. Display the header and magnets horizontally or vertically. Either way, these big, bright, bold magnets create a colorful addition to your board year-round and can be seen from anywhere in the room. And the magnets are durable and flexible, so you can use them year after year. The FIST to 5 magnet set is designed for students in grades 1 and up.
Soliciting responses to teacher questions often limits discussion. Students either choose not to respond, or the same students respond and teachers call on those students to move the discussion along and get the right answer. Turn and talk is an oral language support strategy that provides students scaffolded interactions to formulate ideas and share their thinking with another student. When turn and talk is used, all students have a chance to share their thinking in a low-risk setting. Verbalizing their thinking scaffolds students' understanding and provides talk at a peer level. Prior to a unit, a teacher may wish to use a graffiti wall to pre-assess students' knowledge about a topic. In order to create a graffiti wall, the teacher should write a topic or question on a large piece of paper and place it in an accessible place for students. Students then graffiti their background knowledge and/or questions about the topic, either with words or pictures on the large piece of paper. After students graffiti, the wall can be used to inform future instruction as well as a springboard for discussion. Generally speaking, accommodations that are helpful for ELL students are usually helpful for all students. With this in mind, it is important to remember that many of the accommodations that can be made for ELL students can be applied when differentiating for student needs on a regular basis. Listed above are just a few accommodations for ELL students. Each ELL student will be different from the next and require different accommodations and cultural awareness. It is also important to understand that in addition to coming from a different language background, these students often come from a different cultural, social, and political background. Therefore, it is important as a teacher to try to discover these backgrounds as best as possible in order to better understand each learner. As teachers, we use pre-assessments to determine what to teach, how to teach, and how to make teaching relevant. Pre-assessments tell us what students already know and what they do not know, how to group students either heterogeneously or homogeneously, what learning style preferences we should cater to, and how to connect content to students' backgrounds and experiences, interests, and talents.